Hello friends, welcome back to another exciting video on our shell scripting journey. Before I start into that, if you haven't watched my previous video on read-only variable, do go and watch that. We have not only talked about read-only variable, but we have talked about converting your lowercase string to an uppercase string and vice versa, and an important concept called as substring, or to extract the characters from the substring. So what is an array? Array is nothing but a variable which can hold multiple values. The difference between a normal variable and array is that a normal variable can only store a single value, but an array can store the multiple values, which can be an integer or a string. Let's see quickly from the theoretical perspective what is array, and then we will quickly go into our demo session to understand what we have learned. So the typical declaration of variable is the name of the variable equals to and the value which it holds. So on the screen, country 01 is a regular variable and it is holding a value India. Country 02 is holding UK, country 03 is holding USA. Now, in array, there are two types of array. One is index array and one is associated array. Don't worry, we are going to talk that into much detail and we are going to have a hands-on session on that. But let's first understand how can you declare an index array. One important thing to note here is the index position of an array always starts with 0. So the first way of declaring an index array is country brackets open 0 brackets close equal to double quotes India. It can also hold integer, but in our case we are storing or holding a value string under variable name country 0 at position 0. Country at position 1 will hold UK. Country at position 2 will hold USA. The other way of declaring an index array is country name equals to open brackets double quotes India, UK, USA, and then close the bracket. Now, how are you going to extract those elements or those values? Remember, I told you the position of the array starts with 0. So very simple, you can just extract the first element or the first value from the array using dollar curly brackets open country name put brackets open 0, because the India is declared at the position 0 and array position starts with 0, and then you will have second, third, and that's how you can basically extract the individual items or elements from the index array. But now you want to extract everything in one shot. You do not want to extract based on the index. So there is a way to basically extract all the elements from the array, and that you can do it using star and at the rate. All you need to do is dollar country name open brackets star close brackets, and similarly you can also basically extract the all the elements from the array with another way at the rate. Now if you want to calculate how many elements or the length of an array is there, there is a way to basically extract that, and all you need to do is put a special character in front of the array variable name hash, and then you're going to basically open brackets at the rate. Remember, at the rate will always extract all the elements and it's basically calculating the length. How can you check whether the array is empty or not? It's very simple. right? Remember the length of the array. So that's where if the length returns 0, the array is empty. If it is more, then it's basically print you can extract the elements or print the length of the array. You can also extract the elements from the array using a for loop, and the syntax for that is for the name of the variable in, and then store, and then country name, in this case open brackets at the rate, open brackets close, and 2, and the name of the variable. So all your elements will now be stored in the variable name c name which you have declared. Remember, I talked about the associated array. The way to declare an associated array is declare minus a and capital A, and the name of the array variable in our case is fruits, and then we have assigned the value of that to the fruits, apple red color, fruits banana yellow color, fruits orange color, and then we are extracting the value of those associated array. So consider it has a very simple the key and the value pair. So associated array is nothing but a key and the value pair, and you are basically extracting that based on the key. So you're extracting the value based on the key in an associated array. We are also going to look today what are redirection operators. So in the shell scripting you have two operators. One is sing greater than, which is basically you are writing to the file, and one is double greater than, where you are basically appending the contents to the file, and it would be appended at the end of the file. Now if you want to read those content, you can basically use the cat command and then so that's how. So there is something called has a here document in, and shell scripting, all it's doing is you are basically um, putting less than double less than sign, and EOF, which we call as a here document. You can name that anything, but that's how you declare the here document. Put the in is and the name of the here document. So in our case it is end of file, which is, and then I'm giving this and I'm passing this to the cat, and then cat is basically writing to the file.txt. How can you debug the shell scripting? So there are two ways to do that. One is set minus x and set minus v. What is difference between these two? So set minus x will print every command before it executes on the terminal and is in the debugging mode. What does minus v does? It's in the verbose mode, but it will print each and every command as it reads before it executes. So don't worry, we are going to see that in our demo session. Now coming to our last topic, which is dev null. What is dev null in Unix? It is nothing but a black box where you can put unwanted contents or suppressed the contents which you don't need, right? So say if I want this not to be printed, all I'm going to do is direct that to dev null, so it will not display anything on the screen. It's like when you are having a when you have written a Java code and you want to print only the relevant logs or the part of the code, and then you want to redirect unnecessary things. That's where you use the dev null. So that's what is about today's video, where we are going to talk about the arrays, we are going to talk about redirectional operators, debugging shell scripting, and the last dev null. I hope you got a theoretical understanding as what today's video is going to be about, and now soon we are going to look at the demo session of what we have learned. So without much further delay, let's get into demo action. So friends, I am back on my Cloud Shell terminal and here we are going to have a demo of our learnings. So I'm going to quickly going to create a script, and to do that I'm going to type vi array underscore demo dot sh. Okay, and I'm going to type our shellbang user bin bash. Okay, and let's first go with a traditional way and then we will go into that. So I'm going to basically create a array country 0 equals to India country 1 equals to UK. Okay, country 2 equals to USA, and then I'm going to basically print that. So first element in array is dollar country 0 completed double quotes done. Okay, and then I'm going to print the second second element in array is dollar country 1 equal third element in array is country 02, and we are here. So now I'm going to save this chmod execute permission, and I'm going to execute this. So if you see, it has printed the first element, which is India, UK, USA. So that's how you can basically declare an array in Unix. Let's use our second traditional way where we are going to basically do, let me put here fruits, okay, equals to open bracket. I'm going to put here apple, banana, let me put here cherry and oranges. And now I'm going to basically use echo the array contains the following elements. Okay, and dollar fruits. Okay, and we are going to use at the rate. Remember, I told you at the rate is used to extract all the where elements or the values defined in an array. So we are going to use this, execute this, and see. And if you see, it has given us apple, cherry, oranges. So we have basically extracted everything in one shot. Let's just execute again the same thing. I'm going to basically use escape mode YY, and I'm going to go into the next line. Okay, and I'm going to P here, and what I'm going to do here is put star. So I'm going to go into an insert mode, remove actions, and this, and now I'm going to again save this, clear the screen, cat array, and now we are going to execute the array demo. And if you see, the both have given us the same content. So at the rate gave us apple, cherry, oranges, star also gave us apple, cherry, cherry, oranges. So these are the two different ways you can basically extract the elements from the array. Whichever you are comfortable, go ahead, use at the rate, use star, doesn't matter, it's going to extract the elements and display it on the screen. Now let's use our for value. Right, remember we can extract using the for loop also. So I'm going to basically put here fruits demo, fruits underscore wherever in. Okay, and I'm going to basically do that row fruits. Okay, at the rate. Okay, this is done. Go into do echo dollar fruits where, and I'm going to close this for loop using done. Let's see what happens. Before that, let me put this is in, let me put here one more escape insert mode double quotes fruits are, okay, let's clear the screen and execute our demo. And if you see, it has given us one by one. So first element was extracted from the array was apple. So it says fruit is I should have written is, but that's the typo error. Fruits are apple, fruits are cherry, fruits are oranges. So it has extracted one by one element from an array and printed you. Instead of printing, remember we have been printing 0 1 2 3. You don't need to do that. If you want to extract one by one, use simple for loop. It will extract and give you the value. So these are the two ways: either go with the index or use the for loop. Get the elements using at the rate star and store in a variable and then print that. So there are two ways of extracting the elements from the array. One is our using a traditional, which is index 0 1 2 3 4 4 5. If it's a small array holding a five variables, it's okay. But what if your array is holding 100 of variables or more than 10 plus variables? You can't keep writing the index. It's better to use the for loop. So that's where the for loops come into an picture, where you can extract the elements using at the rate star, um, store in the for variable, declare for variable which is fruits in this case, and then print it, right? Or if you want to do any operations, then you can do that. So now let's talk about an length of the array. So what we are going to do here is the same thing. So what I'm going to do here is, okay, so the first thing, okay, if remember I told you the special character which is hash, if the fruits at the rate, okay, is equal to 0, then, okay, sorry, I mm, okay, is equal to 0, then echo fruits array is empty. Okay, else echo length of array is this, which is special character fruits brackets at the rate, and we have done this, and elements in fruit array are, let's just print that. So fruits at the rate, this is done, double quotes, we close the if loop. Okay, so now let's clear the screen, do cat array demo, and let's just execute it. And if you see, it has given us the length of array is 3, which is apple, cherry, oranges. The elements in the fruit array are apple, cherry, oranges. So that's how you can basically check whether the defined array is empty or not, and if it is not empty, then display the contents of that. So we have looked until now how to declare a variable, how to declare an array in two ways. One is using the index method, one is just giving the name of the array, uh, open brackets, put all your values in it, close the bracket. Then we have looked at two ways of extracting the array. One is using star, one is using at the rate. The third, we how can you extract the individual element, which you can do it based on the index. If you want to extract everything in one shot, you can use at the rate star. If you want to extract the same individual elements, where the length of an array is more than 10, 20, 30, you can use the for value to do that. How can you calculate the length of the array? Using a special character in the front of the array, which is hash. So I hope you got an understanding of the index array. Let's quickly now move to our next array, which is an associated array. So friends, let's quickly go into our redirectional demo. So I'm going to create a script called as a redirection dot sh, and I'm going to use a shenban user bin bash. Okay, so I'm going to use Unix world. Okay, echo welcome to Unix world of shell scripting. Okay, and I'm going to basically redirect that to unix.txt. Okay, so chmod execute permission redirection. Let's just view the content, and if you see, in the first line we are printing on the terminal, but the second line we are redirecting to the file called as unix.txt. And if you see here, I don't have any file with a name unix.txt. Let's see what happens when we execute this. Okay, so if you see, it has printed Unix world, but it has not printed welcome to Unix world of shell scripting, because we are directing to the file. And if you see, it has created a file which is 41 kilobyte. And if I do cat, I see my echo command has been directed or has been written into the file unix.txt. That's how you can do. Tomorrow, if you want to blank this file, right, instead of deleting, you just want to wipe out the content of this file, all you need to do here is next line, echo double quotes unix.txt. Okay, and let's now execute. So see here, before I execute, the unix.txt is holding the uh, is having a content welcome to Unix world of shell scripting. Now the moment I execute redirection sh, let's see what happens. Okay, and if you see, previously it was 41 kilobyte, now it is 1 kilobyte, 1 kb, right? And if I do unix.txt, it is not holding any content in it. So we have wiped out the content, or you can say you have overridden the contents of the file. Now let's go to our next double quotes. So For an example, I want to put here one more welcome to redirection demo. Okay, and I'm putting one more greater than sign, and let's see what happens. Let's clear cat redirection, let's execute. Okay, and let's see what has happened. So we have seen our unix.txt file is created previously. When we executed the first welcome to unix world of shell scripting greater than sign unix.txt, it was having 41 KB. Now it is 69. Let's see what has happened. So if you see, it has basically amendment, or I would say appended the uh, content to the file at the end. So it has basically done welcome to redirection demo after the welcome to Unix world of shell scripting, which was the last content in the file, and at end of the file it has basically done welcome to redirection demo. So friends, we are at our redirection demo session. So we are going to create a script called as a redirection dot sh, and all I'm going to do here is echo unix world. Okay, and I'm going to type here welcome to shell scripting tutorial. Okay, and I'm going to put here into a file unix.txt, and I'm going to basically give a execution permission to this shell scripting view cat. Okay, and let's execute, and if you see, it has just printed the first echo statement, which is unix world, but it hasn't printed the second statement, which is welcome to shell scripting tutorial, since we have directed to a file. So let's see if the file is created, and we see the file is created unix.txt, and let's open and see what the content is there in that file, and it has the same content of echo command, which is welcome to shell scripting tutorial. Now if you want to append something to the file at the end of the file, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to basically put here echo welcome to redirection demo. Okay, and I'm going to put here two greater than signs unix.txt, and if I now execute, let's see what will happen. Okay, so before even I execute, let me clear the screen. ls minus lrt, you see here it is 36 byte. We have only one content, which is welcome to shell scripting tutorial. We have now added one more line, but we are appending that same line to the same file, and let's execute that. And if you see now, the kilobyte, or the size of the file, has now changed to 64. Let's see if our content has been written in the file or not, and if we see, it has been done there. So it says welcome to shell scripting tutorial, welcome to redirection demo. So that's how you can use a single greater than sign to input the contents to the uh, output your contents to the file, double greater than sign to basically amend the contents at the end of the file. Now let's use less than sign, and if you see, I'm using the cat unix.txt. If I use cat less than sign unix.txt, it is doing the same thing. Basically we are reading the content of the file using cat command, either using cat unix.txt or cat unix.txt, cat less than sign unix.txt. Those are the same. So that's how you basically can read the contents of the file. Either use cat name of the file, cat less than sign name of the file, it will read the contents. So that's what was the greater than sign, two times greater than sign, single less than sign. Now let's go to our last demo, which is of here document. What I'm going to do here is cat two less than sign, you type here EOF, okay, and I'm going to redirect that to unix2.txt, and moment I typed here, see here it basically goes on the terminal and it has display greater than sign on the next line. Now if I type here welcome to Linux, okay, welcome to shell, welcome to script, okay, and until I do here end of, it will not stop. So now the moment I have typed end of, which is end of the file, and now if you see a new file unix2.txt has been created. Let me clear the screen and show you, and let's see the content of unix.txt, and it is the same which we have provided to the cat, that read have welcome to Unix, welcome shell, welcome to the script. That's what we have done. So we have provided an input to the cat using a here document, which you EOF, which is nothing but the end of the file, and then we are redirecting that content to a file called unix2.txt. So there are a lot of ways. Either you use echo command or you use cat when you want to have the multiple lines to be redirected to the file or output to the file, right? So those are the ways of uh, using the redirectional operators. I hope you got an understanding of how to declare an index array, how to declare an associated array, how to print the contents of the array, how to basically extract the individual uh, uh, elements from the array, how to print the length of the array, how can you use for loop to extract the elements from the array rather than using the index 0 1 2 3 when they are, when your array is holding multiple values in it. Also you got an understanding of the associated array. When you want to have a key value pair, how can you extract the elements from the associated array, how can you print the keys of from the associated array which you have declared. If you found this video was helpful and has added an additional learning to your shell scripting journey, do share with your friends and colleagues, and do not forget to hit the subscribe button to and get subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit the bell icon to get notified whenever I upload such videos. Until then, take care. Bye bye.